Hey everyone! I thought today would be an interesting day to look at the reviews that are coming out for Detective Pikachu. Releases on May 10th, and right now I'm on Rotten Tomatoes, which I'm not going to say I often agree with Rotten Tomatoes ratings. It's not necessarily their ratings, it's critics. I tend to enjoy movies that Rotten Tomatoes says are bad, and movies they say they're good, I tend to not enjoy as much. I don't know, I'm strange like that. I just like bad movies, I guess, according to critics. But Detective Pikachu, right now, at the time of me recording this, is sitting at a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, you might be looking over to the left in theaters. You see a long shot at 83%, Avengers Endgame at 95, Captain Marvel 78, Shazam at a 90. You're seeing Us at 94. Disney Adventure Penguins 91. You see all those, and you might be like, well, 74 doesn't sound that great, does it? Well, consider this. The highest rated video game movie to date on Rotten Tomatoes, and this means according to critic aggregate, is, take a guess. Just take a guess. Rampage at a 52%, which they consider to be not good. That is the highest rated live action, let me be particular with that, live action video game adaptation to date to a movie. So needless to say, Detective Pikachu is crushing it. Now, getting back to Detective Pikachu's page, let's just look at what some of the reviews are saying. There's 34 of them counted. We're just going to go over the summaries down here instead of going through the actual reviews because I don't want to spoil things too much for you. I think this is obviously a movie you need to head on May 10th to see, or at least sometime after May 10th to see. And I'll put my glasses on here. It says, these are some of the ones that didn't like it as much, that gave it kind of a C rating or under. Instead, Detective Pikachu settles into the generic rhythms of a second-tier 80s cop movie. In other words, noir for dummies. Okay? I think it's only fair we look at the bad reviews before we get to the good ones. Both overstuffed and underwritten, making it seem simultaneously ambitious and lazy, frenzied, and sluggish. I don't really know how ambitious is bad in that, but I guess the lazy, frenzied, and sluggish, okay? The main problem is that the film's gumball mayhem plot is so frenetic that it's impossible to determine if it makes a lick of sense. Your feelings about Pokemon Detective Pikachu probably hinge on if you could tell a Squirtle from a Bulbasaur. No? Then you might not care one Jigglypuff. See, they're trying to be clever there. That quip actually doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. Obviously, I'm a Pokemon guy. I know the difference between a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur. I'm not going to know all the Pokemon in this, by the way. That's just reality. But still, like, one's in the grass, anyway, whatever. They don't look the same, so I really don't know what that problem is. And that's let's just go to all critics here. So that was let's see if we can filter to the top critics. These are the ones that they view are the best critics in the world. And a lot of them, look at these splats. It's a box office should demonstrate fans' hunger for a more robust big screen version of the Pokemon universe, while the disappointment needed to dissuade another team from coming along and doing it right. Basically, they did it wrong, and it's not the big screen Pokemon movie that people want. This one just feels like a venial money grab from a mega corporation. You've played Pokemon Go, right? Call this one Pokemon Don't Go. All right, so we went through the bad ones. Let's go back to the main page here since that's where we started. Let's look at some of the positives here. A fun, fanciful film, not for the ages, but never outstays its welcome. The inspired casting of the Deadpool actor. I mean, you couldn't say Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I think his name's bigger than one character. He's done a lot of really big roles, but all right. Transforms this from an average Pokemon movie into a fun family fare. And I heard there's a joke about drugs in this movie. Hilarious. I can't wait to catch that joke as my kids don't get it. A vibrant, charming adaptation with irresistible world building that'll spread the Pokemon love even further. Detective Pikachu is wholesome, silly fun, with solid world building and stunning CGI, Pokemon that are complemented well enough by its story. As I tweeted last week, Roger Rabbit meets Blade Runner, and Ryan Reynolds himself mentioned my comparison on Fallon. He's talking about the Jimmy Fallon. I forget which show, the Tonight Show, the Late Show, I don't know. He's on one of those late night shows. Detective Pikachu is a fun, occasionally funny, and often beautiful to look at kids film that doesn't insult the intelligence of its audience and offers them positive lessons that are earned. Detective Pikachu could have been so much more for those not in the movie's intended audience, as well as those who have been waiting for a very long time for a movie like this. That's considered a positive rating. That sounds very positive. It's impossible to overstate how much this film owes to Ryan Reynolds, even if you don't understand Pikachu's world. Everyone can understand a great joke superbly delivered. And this is true, and I don't think you can understate Ryan Reynolds' joke delivery. It's one of the best characteristics of him in acting, and yeah, it obviously is going to make a difference in this movie. A fun, fanciful film, not for the ages, but never outstays its welcome. The inspired casting of the Deadpool actor, let me see. Still, there's enough here to please both Pokemaniacs and the Pokenon, which means non-Pokemon fans. And I don't have any critics because I don't even have an account here. So, needless to say, there's been reports out here. I saw a report, I think, on Nintendo Life that this is a mixed review. 74% is not mixed. Look at the critic consensus. It says, Pokemon Detective Pikachu may not take its wonderful, bizarre premise as far as it could have, but this offbeat adaptation should catch most, if not all, of the franchise's fans. So the critic consensus is, this is damn good. This is a good movie. Is it Endgame, Avengers Endgame? Is it Lord of the Rings? Is it one of those biopic epic movies that everyone has to see? No. But for a video game movie, for a live action video game adaptation, it's never been done better than this. It's literally never been done better than this. And it's great we're getting a movie like this when Sonic looks so bad. Now, to Sonic's credit, I think the director or whatever of that movie put out on Twitter that he heard fans' feedback over Sonic the Hedgehog, and they are going to be making a lot of visual changes to Sonic's character model. I don't know, eyes, legs, whatever. You guys know all the criticisms that are out there. You probably have them yourself. Personally, I really don't care. I thought he was fine as is, but whatever. They want to be more faithful to what fans are expecting, then fine, cool. I don't know that that's going to make it a better movie, but they're going to try. And at least it shows the director, producer, whatever cares. I do feel a little bad for whichever art director came up with that design for Sonic, because they've been having to deal with everyone just crapping on them. I'm not going to say that, don't be critical of things you don't like. But still, it's kind of like, man, not only are you getting crapped on, now your design's almost getting tossed away. We'll see what happens. But in this case, Detective Pikachu is looking fantastic. I can't wait. The more trailers come out about this, the more Ryan Reynolds talks about it, the more I am hyped. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds kind of at this point raises the bar with any comedy-based movies just because he's so good at comedy. But man, I'm just excited. I can't wait to see it. I've heard, about a few blips here and there, like maybe you could tell where something's green screened because they didn't key out the green screen as well. That's a rookie mistake in my book, but beyond stuff like that, Detective Pikachu is looking fantastic, and I can't wait. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go there day one. Not sure. It might be day two, because I want to take my kids to it, my two older kids anyways, because I think they'll really enjoy. I know for sure my daughter's really going to enjoy this. She likes Pokemon, so it's going to be good times. It is the best. I can't even believe I'm saying this. A Pokemon live-action movie that isn't even based on the main games. No Ash Ketchum, no Red, no Blue. That we're talking about Detective Pikachu is the best live-action video game adaptation of all time. Wow. All right, folks. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I am Nathaniel Robojans. Be sure to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway to the Game.io link down in the description. And why don't you smash that like button, because if you don't, I'm going to force you to subscribe to the Nintendo Switch online service. If you're already subscribed, I'm sorry. I'm already subscribed, and I feel sorry for myself. I'll catch you guys in the next video.